Do you go day to day in your life having a feeling and a sense of incompleteness within your heart and in your soul? Are you having trouble trying to figure out if you should transition or not? Or do you have trouble even finding out, are you even transgender? And this will help you find your authentic self as well. Going on to point number 1. During a caterpillar's stages of life, the caterpillar has a stage of life of loneliness and isolation. And during that loneliness and isolation, the caterpillar goes into its little beautiful cocoon and it waits there, alone, no, just its thoughts, and it just waits there for it to bloom into its truest form. A butterfly, it blooms into this truest form of itself, which is a butterfly. In life, we are influenced by social media, our friends, our parents, everyone is always telling us how we should live, how we should be. Now, I want you to separate yourself from all those superficial things in life. I want you to separate yourself from your phone, your parents' beliefs, everyone else's beliefs. This is a time that you should be alone, just like the caterpillar. So just like the caterpillar, it's alone in its cocoon. And I want you to live life this way when you are trying to figure out who you're supposed to be, trying to figure out who you're supposed to become. What life are you supposed to live? If you're supposed to transition or not, if you're supposed to be a boy or a girl, if you're supposed to be a girl or boy, what life are you meant to live? Who are you meant to be? And during this time, it's a very vulnerable moment. That is why you don't want anything to cloud your judgment. You don't want anything to give that negative energy in your mind. You want your mind to be clear and you just want to think about you. You just want to look deep inside yourself, nothing on the outside world. You want to look deep inside yourself for the validation that this is who you're meant to become. Because I know deep down that you know who you're supposed to become. You need to unattach yourself from all those beliefs that your parents have bestowed on you. All those beliefs that society has bestowed on you, how you should live, how you should act, who should you become. This is the point of your life when you are deciding the most important part of your life is who are you? Who are you? Look deep inside yourself. I know you know. We all know who we're meant to be. But we have to unattach ourselves from the years and years of what society has told us we are, the beliefs that our parents have bestowed on us, the things that your friends, your family have told you. You need to unattach yourself from those things. Have you ever heard of the elephant story where this dad, he brings his son to this circus and all these elephants are attached onto one tiny little string and everybody sees that little string and it's tied on this tiny little string, this tiny little rope, and it's literally just held down by this little brick. Now everybody knows that that elephant could very easily break that rope. Everybody knows that. And the son asks his dad, "Dad, how come the elephant doesn't escape? The elephant can just break it. Look how big the elephant is." And the dad, he has to describe to his son this. When the elephant is at a very young age in its life, it's tethered to a rope already. So it grows up with the belief that it can never break that rope. Now in your life, what are the things that are holding you back to becoming your truest form? What are the beliefs that your parents have bestowed on you? What is the leash that you are on your whole entire life? What are the things that are holding you back? What is that chain that is blocking you from your truest form of yourself? And I want you to break away from that chain. Break away from those beliefs so that you can live the truest form of yourself. We all have it in us. Unlike the elephant, we have the opportunity. Unlike the elephant, we know that we can break from these beliefs within ourselves. We know who we are. And unlike the elephant, we have the free will to become who we want to be. We have the free will to turn into the person we've always wanted to be in this life. Now the question is, are you going to break away from that mindset that your parents have bestowed on you, that society has bestowed on you? Are you going to live a few days of isolation so that you can truly live the greatest form of yourself in this life? That's the question. Are you willing to be alone with your thoughts and in your life? Are you willing to look deep within yourself during that loneliness, during that isolation period? And are you willing to become the butterfly that you are truly meant to be? And during this time, you can figure out if you should go through transition or not. During this time of isolation that personally I've been through myself, I was young, I was only 14 years old, but I stayed off of social media. I didn't think about what anybody else thought of me. I had to cut the beliefs that what my parents had bestowed on me. And when I cut that rope, I had to look within myself. I had to look within myself to become the truest version of myself. Now, look at your life. Look within yourself. Because that is the only way you can live the truest form of yourself. Is untethering yourself from the beliefs that everyone has bestowed on you. And going into that cocoon of isolation and coming out as your truest form. That beautiful butterfly that you are meant to be. Now, when you come out as a butterfly, I'm not saying, you're transgender. It can be anything. You decide. During this period, you decide what you want to be. You decide what you want to become. But giving yourself time to actually think and be alone with your thoughts is such a beautiful experience. And it's an experience like no other. And I promise you that you won't regret it. And I challenge you to turn off this video right now and just be alone for 5 minutes and see what it can do for you, your mindset. Point number 2 is to keep a journal around you. Keep a journal in your life. You're probably wondering to yourself, why would I keep a journal? This has nothing to do with transitioning into, this has nothing to do if I should transition or not. This has nothing to do, how am I supposed to figure out if I'm transgender or not? Well, sometimes our brain is so disorganized, mainly because we don't organize our brain. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Natalie, how do I organize my brain? Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share with you how. Taking a journal out and writing out your daily thoughts, taking a journal out and writing out your life and just your goals and your visions in life really gives you a mental clarity and really organizes your brain and really organizes all of your thoughts. Robin Sharma once said, vague thinking leads to vague production. What this means in my eyes is when you are organizing your brain and you're organizing your mind, it leads you to great production of thinking better, of more clarity. And that's what you're looking for, correct? Isn't that what you're looking for? More clarity in your life? Isn't that why you clicked on this video? Because you want more clarity, not only in your mind, but your life? So you want to keep a journal around, because a journal gives you hope. And I know that during my darkest times of trying to figure out who I am, trying to figure out if I'm transgender, trying to figure out if I should transition or not. Keep in mind that my parents are very traditional. And the one thing that really kept me going was my journal, because my journal gave me hope. And I want you to treat your journal like it's number 1, organizing your mind, writing down your goals, writing down your visions, and number 2, writing down your hopes and dreams, writing down on who you are supposed to become. When you figure out who you're supposed to become, and when you start organizing your brain, it will give you hope. Writing down that dream, writing down that vision, writing down that goal, it gives you hope in life. When nothing else seems like it's going good in your life, looking back at what you wrote, looking back at what your life is going to be like after this stormy period, that gives you hope. This journal will give you hope. And I promise you that writing down your thoughts, writing down your goals, writing down your visions will give you hope in life. If you want to become a woman and you write that vision down and you look at it, you think to yourself, I am going to become a woman at this date. During this stormy period, it may not seem that bright now, but I know that my family will accept me for me. And during this period of your life, this journal gives you hope and it inspires you to keep going. It inspires you to be the greatest version of yourself that you can possibly be in this life. It inspires you to reach towards that goal, to reach towards that vision, whether you want to transition or not, or whether you want to stay at where you are, or whether you want to identify as this person or not. During that period, it gives you a sense of hope and inspiration and fire, and it ignites this drive in you that nothing will stop you from being who you are. The only person that's stopping you from being who you are is yourself. And as you are writing in your journal, and as you are journaling your life, I want you to write down all the experiences that made you happy. I want you to write down all those things. I challenge you to write down every single experience that gave you a positive outlook in life. Whether that's putting on a wig and feeling perfect and feeling like you're you for the first time and feeling good within your skin, feeling good within yourself. Whether that's trying on that dress for the first time, writing down how you feel, putting on makeup for the first time, writing down how you feel, if you feel complete or not. And through that, you can understand who you are. Through experiences and trying new things. I certainly remember the first time I wore high heels. I certainly remember the first time I wore a dress. And each one of those times, it was a positive experience. Each of those times, I truly felt fulfilled within myself. I truly felt like this is the road I'm supposed to go down. And I want you to journal that. I challenge you to journal all of those experiences in your life, so that you can look back upon it and think to yourself, these are all the positive things that make sense in my life. These are all the things that make sense. These are the things that make me feel complete in my life. This is the way I should go. This is the path I should go down. So that is my point number 2 for you, is to keep a journal. Write in it. Journal. So my last and final point is point number 3. Dreaming and envisioning and having an imagination again. Learning how to dream and learning how to envision again, just like we were kids. You know, great masterminds, great thinkers in the world, great inspirational speakers, great CEOs always say, I always learn from my children. I always learn from my children. They make me want to dream big again. They make me want to envision a better life for myself. And you want to know why? Because children literally have they have no limitations when it comes to their imagination. If they think it, they say, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna do this, you know? They just think it and they can do it because they have no limitations within themselves. As we grow older, it seems like society puts this jar, it has this jar and it puts the lid on top. So as we grow older, it seems like society puts that lid on top of our lives. Our lid so that we don't jump outside the jar. Our lid so that we don't jump outside the expectations for ourselves. Now that lid that society has bestowed on us, our parents, that's the thing that you need to take off of your life. Because you need to learn how to dream and start envisioning your new life. Walt Disney failed 300 times before he created his company. And then he failed again and he rebuilt it into the empire that it is today. Did you know that Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before he created the light bulb? I probably wouldn't have this amazing lighting right now if it wasn't for him. Thank you, Thomas Edison. And did you know that Picasso painted 26,000 paintings in his lifetime? And you know what people called him? Not extraordinary, not artistic, but they told him that he would never amount to anything. He's stupid. And all of these people, when nobody else believed in their vision, when nobody else believed in their dream, they believed in their dream. They believed in their vision. I challenge you to take these 3 people and put them in your life day to day in life. I challenge you to start dreaming again. Start living the life of your dreams. Because like Walt Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. So if you have a dream for yourself becoming a woman, if you have a dream for yourself of transitioning, if you have a dream of yourself of becoming to your truest form, then that is perfect. If you have that dream, you can make it happen, no matter how long it'll take. No matter during the dark periods or good periods of your life, no matter what happens, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. I want you to have this imagination. I dare you to have this imagination within yourself. I dare you to dream of the life you always wanted to have. I dare you to dream of the life you are capable of having. Whether that's transitioning into a woman or transitioning into a man, whether that's confirming as LGBT or one of those titles. I dare you to dream of the life you've always wanted. So in conclusion, point number 1, staying off of social media, isolating yourself so you can be alone with your thoughts and alone with yourself. Point number 2, taking out a journal and writing out what day and what day and what day this and this will happen. What day are you going to start transitioning? What day are you going to come out to your parents? What day are you going to, start dreaming and living life of your dreams? Today. Write down that day. Today. That's the day it's going to happen. Point number 3, start dreaming and envisioning that life for yourself again. Start dreaming of the life that you're supposed to be. Start dreaming of the woman you can be. Now, I challenge you to take these 3 things and put it day to day in your life. I challenge you for 1 week to do this every single day and see where it will get you. Now, when I say isolation, I don't mean like all day isolation. I mean like an hour a day, 30 minutes a day. It depends on what your schedule is. But I challenge you to do these 3 things so that you can truly look within yourself and figure out who you are meant to be on this earth, who you're meant to be in this lifetime. And when you do that, I want you to comment your results down below because I would love to hear about it. But please, take these 3 things and put it in your life because it will change your life exponentially forever. I promise you that, like it's changed mine. So I love you so much, and if anybody has not told you yet, I love you, I love you, I love you. And if you haven't made today extraordinary yet, please go make today extraordinary. Bye.